Hey Suchi,
Hi,
how's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm good. Am I audible properly?
Yes, you're audible properly.
Okay. Yes.
Awesome. So how it's going? How is lockdown treating you? What is happening there in Kolkata?
Kolkata has been bad in terms of COVID because cases have been rising very badly. My family had it last month, but we all have recovered
Oh,
fine. But everywhere, anybody I know has it right now. So it's bad, but okay, it's a part of life now. So we are dealing with it.
we are dealing with it, right?
Yeah,
And not just
deal with it. Like nothing
in
can be.
India because condition is bad everywhere, to
It
be
is,
honest.
but the population is such, this was expected. People probably thought it's gonna go away or something when you're in the lockdown. They said, it's gonna go away in this, like by the end of this month.
Correct, correct.
But it's gonna stay. It's the new normal now. We can just, I
Right.
think, get used to this.
And to be honest, people have given up on this. They have started roaming out, they have started partying, and everything is fine.
When we got it, we were not even shocked or oh my god, what happened? We were like, okay, this had to happen. It's happened. Now we'll be done with it. So
Correct,
yeah.
right.
How about
Yeah,
how's it been?
yeah. It's talking about Codem. It's same. But yeah, it's going great. And talking about today's session, one thing I would like to highlight in the very beginning is that about the audience, and this is not just with respect to this session. From the past few sessions, that we have a lot of students coming in,
Oh,
and even today's session we have around 60-70% of the crowd that is students. So that is a great thing if we talk in terms of career building and job
career
search
building.
advices
It's
and
actually
how.
important. Yeah, it's very, I'm actually happy that so many students are actually realizing that they need to, keep learning, keep doing sessions so that they can keep developing skills, adding to their profile. So it's a very good way of, learning things and sharing information.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because this is the age, this is the age in their career life where they can actually make changes, right?
Exactly. So this is something where they're open, they can shift to from one career to the other. Even if they make a mistake, they can, step back, decide
Right.
what they want to do, learn something, and then get ahead. So this
Absolutely
is
right.
a very good time where they can explore and, keep trying out different things and finally figure out what they want to do with their lives.
Correct. Exactly right. So yeah, Suchi, like we have already people coming in, but we'll just give them another minute
Yes,
so that we have all of us and we so that none of them misses anything.
right.
But just to discuss it again, the flow of session is going to be same. This is for everyone actually. That first of all, we are going to get Suchi discuss few points that she has with us, and then we are going to open it up for all of you guys so that you can just ask your personal queries, because I understand it's your career, so you might be having personal queries that might be in relation or not in relation with what we are discussing today. So we are going to open it up in the second half of the session so that all of you can ask your personal queries. And yeah, so meanwhile, we have around 17 people already joined in. So guys, if you can drop a hi to Suchi and tell us what you are doing in your life, whether you're a student or something like that, just drop a hi to Suchi.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Harsh. Hi, Shivang. It would be
Hey guys,
nice
hey
if
Shivang, how it's
if you
going?
all could write, what you're doing so that, I can just, get to know you all also. Um, Hi, Asash.
People are still figuring out. Yeah, okay, now they started writing.
Yeah, B.Tech with placements going on. Okay. Working as an intern and BCG, that's great. So there are also like professionals who are coming in, like young professionals,
Right,
graduates.
right, correct.
Or-
Hmm. So I guess, yeah, Suchi, we are already 5 minutes past 4. So I think we can
Sure.
start anyone who's willing to join, they will join in meanwhile. So guys, hello everyone. I'm Sanchit and I'm your host for the day. And why are we here today is to discuss a lot of things that is eventually going to help you, grab a better job. So as the email mentioned, we are going to discuss three important points today. That is, first of all, how to utilize LinkedIn potential to network and engage with people first. And second is actually how you can start approaching people on LinkedIn so that, engaging with people, because that not only is good for freelancers, but it's also good for people applying for jobs and people highly, it's LinkedIn is highly underrated in this particular domain because people think that it's outdated and people won't reply, but it does not happen. And the third thing is that job search strategies. That is the crucial part, and that is for which I am very much excited for the day. And to discuss all of this, we have Suchi with us today, and Suchi is amazing with all these stuff. She's the founder of Carilogy, and she has been doing this from past many years. She is a career coach, personality developer, resume writer, job search advisor. The list goes on and on. She has been helping people from past many years, helped tons of students, got jobs both in India and abroad, coached over thousands of students in different domains, conducted seminars. So, this list goes on and on. But Suchi, I would like you to introduce yourself about what kind of work you have done and what kind of impact you have made till date. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Sanchit, for the lovely introduction. It's always so nice when somebody introduces you and, introduces a good crowd. So I'm hoping all of you would also want to be at, where Sanchit and I am. So let's get you there. So before anything, let me share a PPT I've made with you for you all. Just a minute. Can you guys see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So like Sanjit said, let me introduce myself. My name is Suchi Musadi. I am a career coach. I am a resume writer and a job search strategist. I also help with interview preparation, soft skill development, and your personal profile development on social media. I am the co-founder of Carilogy, where we help college students, school students, and young professionals to navigate through their careers in career transitions, career planning, and college assessment. So today we'll be talking lots about job search, networking, how to basically build a brand and go ahead with it. So let's start. Okay, let me ask you guys that why are we discussing this? Why is it so important for us to have this session here today? There's so much information on the internet. So why are we discussing this? It's all out there, right? So what's happening? You all can just leave your replies on the chat, and then we can discuss it. Let's make it more interactive and fun rather than I am just talking and you listening. So let me see, what do you guys think? You all can drop your replies on the chat. Anything, whatever comes to your mind. Sanchit, you can tell me why are we discussing this? Why is it so important?
Yeah, Suchi, like I have 1 and 2 important key points. I think we started getting replies. First is from Harsh, that is to hear it from someone who has experienced it. That is correct. That was one of my points.
I've experienced it. Okay.
And another important point I have over here is that because of this particular age, because we have been through this age, all of us, right? And at the time of 17, 18, 19 years, there are tons of options which are flowing into our mind because we have our friends, family members who are pursuing different careers. So it's really a tough call to take at that time, but when you look back down, you find it's easy.
Information which actually confuses us as to what is right and what is wrong. So basically,
and another important topic is COVID. COVID has impacted a lot of jobs.
Right.
So maybe we can pick up that as well.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is when it comes to searching for jobs, the mistake we are making is that we are doing everything wrong. So we'll be discussing job search first because it's so important. So can you guys tell me what is that one mistake that all of us are making when it comes to job searches? Anything? Okay. Let me applying all the places at once. Actually, that's a good thing to do. We should be applying everywhere at once so that, we don't know how, what works. So we should be applying everywhere at once. So the mistake that we make is that we make job search a step-by-step process. So what do we do generally when we think of job searching? We start to make a resume. Once the resume is complete, then we think about, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, we probably know the field in which we want to work, like say finance or marketing. But we do not know, we do not research about specific job roles and titles which is there in a particular field. So without knowing that, we make a resume, and once the resume is complete, we start looking for jobs and so applying for them. And say after like say a month or two, when we have applied for say whatever number of jobs, then we wait and sit, okay, we're gonna get an interview call. And after we get the interview call, that is when we start preparing for the interview, not before that. And this is the mistake we make because we're not fully prepared. So the answer to this mistake is that we have to multitask. I'm sure you all write it in your resumes that you want to multitask, you are good at multitasking. This is the time when you use this skill to very good use. What I mean by this is that everything, resume, job search, interview, everything has to be done together. I do not mean that you rush and you keep hopping from one to the other. What I mean is you invest a good planning strategy and you do all of these together, because whenever you enter the market, you are prepared, you're totally prepared to take care of all the opportunities which come your way. Say whenever a big brand is launched, you'll see advertisings everywhere. You'll see it on billboards, you'll see it on newspapers, TV, and you'll see, products coming up in every store. Why is that? To make an impact. And that is what you have to do. You have to do all of these together. Even prepare for the interview from day one. Prepare, keep researching about what roles are there, which companies are there from day one, so that you are totally prepared and you do not miss on anything. Now, there's another mistake. So basically, let me just finish this. So entering the market means that you're working on all the 4 aspects together. Now, what is the second mistake which we all make when it comes to applying for jobs? Anything? Usually people would apply it at all places with the same. Yes, that's also a problem which we're going to discuss, that people apply with the same resume, which is which is the biggest mistake you can make. So we'll be discussing that later. So tell me something, what is the one mistake when we apply for jobs? What is the mistake we make? Anybody? Not showcasing skills properly as per role. Yes, people do that. So again, all in all, you have answered that it is so we are too generic and laid back when it comes to applying for jobs. Now I'm sure the most of people, what they do is they go to Naukri, they go to job boards like Naukri or Indeed or Shine, whichever ones is their favorite, and they fill up a form and that's it. They think their application is complete. But this is so laid back, this is so non-committed that companies will never be, you will never be able to reach recruiters. Just a minute. What we do is whenever we have an easy apply option on LinkedIn, we try to use that. But that is wrong. What we need to do is be very proactive with our application skills. And by applying, I do not mean just typing interested on LinkedIn post or using the easy direct button on Naukri or LinkedIn. I mean you have to take up more personalized steps to apply to jobs, which is networking, which is engaging and getting referred. We'll be talking about this later. So applying to jobs is more about building a social presence. So this might sound confusing to you, but we'll be clearing these doubts later in the session. Now let's talk about why am I talking so much about LinkedIn and why is LinkedIn so important for us today. LinkedIn is important because it is one of the only platforms which lets professionals grow. It helps you connect to people of your industry, and this is used by each and every professional. And this is the platform which is used by recruiters to source candidates. So if you are looking for a job, you should be here on LinkedIn and you should be using it actively. By being on LinkedIn, I do not mean that you make a profile and that's it. It means you have to properly engage and network on LinkedIn. I will be talking about how you can do that. And also, most of the jobs gets posted here even before they go to Naukri or Indeed. So please make sure that you're using this platform to the fullest. Okay, so tell me something. Now the question is that how do we look for jobs? Like, how do we look for jobs and which jobs do we look for? How do we go about this? Can I have some answers, please, on this? Like, how do we look for jobs and how do we know which kind of jobs should we go for? Like, what to go for? How do we know that? Anybody, like, whatever comes to your mind, you can, type it in. Job portals, referrals, right? Okay, ask for referrals. But how do we look for that's application? But what I mean is, how do you look for jobs? How do you know what is a good job for you? How do you find out about these jobs? As per our skill set. So basically, yes, there is a way to find out on the internet that you can look for jobs. But another smart tool which I always ask my clients to use is LinkedIn. Again, I'm going to looking at the job description, but how do you find these jobs? How do you know what jobs are there? So what I generally do is, you have your qualifications, right? Like, you've done chartered accountancy, or you've done, say, a digital marketing course, or you've done engineering. So what you do is you've attended a particular school. Okay, over here I've taken the example of chartered accountancy. Now what you do is, using the LinkedIn feature, you go to that school's page and find alumni there. Alumni are basically people who've studied in the same school or the college which you have studied from. So go to that alumni and research about what people are doing with that qualification and that certification. That is the clue for you to find out about what opportunities are there for you. So over here, if you go to the alumni, it gives you options as to what they do, like about the people of what they've done. And then if you scroll down, it will show you what are they doing. Okay, so now if you see the headline, this guy is an MBA graduate, accounts and finance, Goldman Sachs. So this basically helps you, and I've just taken a screenshot. If you keep scrolling down, they'll give you a lot of people, and seeing their job title, seeing which company are they from, this is the way you find out about what kind of jobs are available for you. This is your primary research. This is from where you start your research. So this comes very handy when you are clueless or you do not know what you want to do, especially for college people. This is a very good start that you do this for each and every certification or school you've attended and see what comes up. So okay, now let's go on to, so basically we are not going to rely on job boards. We will use all our resources, all our sources to try to look for jobs. Okay, why am I stressing so much that over here somebody written job portals? Applying to job portals, what we generally do is, whenever you want to look for a job, the first thing that we do is go to a job portal like Naukri and register ourselves. That is a very big mistake. That is one of the last things which you should be doing when you want to apply for a job. Why? I'll tell you. What happens is, recruiters or any company, when they want to fill up a position, they always want a reliable source or a reliable candidate who knows their stuff and who is going to stick around. So now when they look at job portals or when they look at their emails filled with a lot of job applications, they do not know anybody. So they always want to hire somebody from their internal network, which is within their company, like, when they have a transfer, or within their network means outside the company, but say from, their employees, if they are referring somebody, or from their colleagues, their friends, their families. So they always try to use the internal circuit, and if that doesn't work, then they go to social media websites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn to find candidates. And even if that doesn't work, they go to HR consultancies, which are brokers basically, who have candidates, and they keep supplying resumes to them. And if they do not find anybody even after going to a broker, that is when they go to job portals. So see how low job portals and random email section come in the funnel. And that is the first thing which we do as candidates. So this is an indication for you to understand that how wrong you are about applying and searching for jobs. So this is one mistake which we need to work on, is not to rely on job portals heavily. Our whole aim should be to network, to engage, and then get referred, to get into their internal circuit. Basically, to get into this top part of the funnel, we have to keep networking, keep getting referred. And by networking, I do not mean if you want a job, you just do it for like a week or a month and then it's over. Networking keeps going on, because this is just for not for now. It is for you to grow professionally in your industry. Now, let me share some quick fixes, some quick tricks which you can use to search for jobs. Now, you all must have heard about hashtags. Whenever we put up a post on Facebook or Instagram, we use hashtags. In the same way, whenever recruiters put up any post, I will be telling you that about networking in some time. So when recruiters put up any job post about any position they want to fill up, they also use a lot of hashtags. So your aim should be to keep finding these hashtags and then following them. So how do you find a hashtag? Basically, it's a trial and error method. So say, for example, if you are from whatever background you are from, say e-commerce. So now try to find random hashtags like e-commerce jobs or e-commerce graduates, e-commerce campus, or finance jobs hiring 2020, like randomly whatever comes in, and then you follow them. Now what LinkedIn does is, when they see that you're following a certain kind of hashtags, it keeps suggesting you similar or related hashtags. So that's what, you keep, including hashtags to your pool every day. You can just follow 5 hashtags, and then LinkedIn is going to keep suggesting you more. There's also an option to discover more hashtags when you go in that LinkedIn option. So by this, what you do is you keep following, and then you go to these hashtags and see like the first 10 to 15 post, and see if anybody has used these hashtags to put up a job post. That is the number one way in which you can find a most recent job post, and this works for all my clients. So I actually know this works. In the same way, when you use hashtags, you can also look for groups. There are these specialized groups used by recruiters to put up posts about their industry. So in the same way you find hashtags, you also find groups, and LinkedIn will suggest you similar groups. So that is the number one way. The second way is to use LinkedIn filters. Like, if you found out, say, 10 to 15 job roles, you put it on the search bar and use the LinkedIn feature, like the company, the city, and then LinkedIn will suggest you a lot of people and jobs which are available. So you can use that. Another method is to make a list of, say, 10 companies which you think matches your profile and has that job role which you want to apply for. Like whatever random general, make a list. And then what you do is you follow these companies on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or, wherever they have a public profile. And then, and especially on LinkedIn, what it does is what they do is whenever a company wants a position to be filled, they are going to come to LinkedIn and put up a post. So this is basically how, you keep following groups, you keep following hashtags, you keep following companies to know more. And similarly, when you follow companies, LinkedIn gives you a set of similar companies which you can follow. So this is how you get to know about different companies and what job roles you have. Another great method is to tell everybody. That I mean that you tell your friends, you tell your family, you tell your colleagues, you tell your college mates, classmates, whoever comes to your mind. Just drop in a LinkedIn text if you are comfortable on LinkedIn or on WhatsApp, whatever you're comfortable with. Drop in a text, or just call them. Basically, what I want from you is to become social, because the more you talk, the more the word is out that you're looking for a job. And this always helps. Be specific about what you want to do, what jobs roles are you looking for, and say if you've spoken to somebody and that person has come across any openings, they will probably let you know. So being open about looking for a job always gives you good results. And lastly, what you can do is follow brokerage firms like HR consultancies who keep, posting jobs. Because what happens is company hires these recruiters, these HR consultants to, give them candidates. So, go to their pages on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and see, if they are putting up a post. You don't have to apply to them. I'll tell you how to apply also in this session, just in 5 minutes. And that's how you keep getting updates. Make a list of whatever updates you're getting, and then we have to start applying. How does referral work? I will be telling you that soon. Let me just finish the job application process, and then we'll be discussing about referrals. So now when it comes to application, there are certain things you should not be doing, and even if you do that, please do not rely on them. So whenever you go to Naukri or LinkedIn, there's a direct, easy apply option. That never works. So even if you're doing it, that is not solely enough when it comes to applications. Also, please do not spam recruiter email in their inbox with your emails, because chances are they will not read it. Commenting interested on a job post never works, because that's not what they're looking for. You have to be proactive. You have to, send them a personalized application on the LinkedIn chat or on their business email ID. So I will tell you how to do that too. And also, when you're making cover letters, please do not make cliche newspaper ad type cover letters, which has no, nothing personal. It's it's so boring that nobody would want to read it. So these are some ways which you absolutely cannot rely on when it comes to applications. Now, when it comes to applications, what works best is to start connecting with people. Somebody asked here how referral works. Basically, referral, the way it works is that whenever you want to apply to a company, what you do is on LinkedIn, go to their page, and there's going to be a section where they show you the employees they have. So you go there, and then you see the kind of employees they have. You see their job post. Everybody puts up the work title, they like the designation they have. So see what's relevant to you. Say if you want to work in the finance department, then you should be looking at financial analyst or a department head or a recruiter. And what you do is you follow these people, and then what you do is you start connecting with them. Now, connecting with them is very tricky, but it has to be done patiently, and you have to invest a lot of time in connecting with them. Once you connect with them, or say people who are common links between that person and you connect with them, and then try to get referred. I will tell you how you can go about this. So building relationships on LinkedIn is very important. That is the best way to get jobs. You can't, please, you cannot straight away ask for a job to random people, like say recruiters or anybody you think has posted a job, and say that I am looking for a job. They don't care about you, so they will never even entertain such messages. So please never ever start a conversation or a connection request with this, that I want a job, because they don't really care about you. They don't even know you. So before asking for a job, what you need to do is get them to like you, get them to know you. That happens by going on constantly engaging and networking on LinkedIn. Okay, so I have spoken so much about networking and building a brand on LinkedIn. So basically, now let's talk about how we can do this, how we can build a brand, how we can network, how we can engage. So the first, okay, let me just see if anybody's posted something which I've missed. So what are the steps of? Yes, we'll be discussing that soon. Okay. So the first thing what you do on LinkedIn is to update your profile. It has to match your resume. So once you make your resume, what you can do is you can not copy paste, but take up cues from it and put it on your LinkedIn profile. So it starts with a picture. Please put a very nice picture with only your headshot and not the background, because what they want to see is your face. So that should be very professional. Then your LinkedIn headline is very important, where you put up what you're doing, what you've done. And your summary is important, because you have to write about what you have done, what are your skills, what's your value proposition, and what are your aims and goals in life. And you complete your your LinkedIn profile with endorsements, recommendations. It's important that you work on endorsements and recommendation, because if that has a lot of people, like if you have a lot of endorsements, you land up on recruiter searches. Like if they're typing say if they want a skill, say for example critical thinking, or say Excel, and if you have a lot of endorsements for Excel, it's gonna LinkedIn will show you as a probable candidate. So work a lot on your endorsements and recommendations. Okay. Now the problem, what happens is that now, as somebody asked, how do we network? What happens is when you will send a connection request to a recruiter, or when you send emails to a recruiter, chances are that they will not entertain you, because simply they don't know you. So now we have to think of strategies in which they can know you, they can like you, and then they will hire you. So can anybody tell me how can we do that? Like, what can we do about this? Anybody? Whatever comes to your mind. Like how do you
I
make
believe, Suchi, here engaging is a great part if we can
right?
discuss, like engaging with recruiters.
We are going to discuss right that. So okay, excuse me. So we basically we need to learn tricks and the ways in which we can engage and network with these recruiters, or with those people who can refer us to these recruiters. Keeping resume and requirements apt and short. Send a personalized, yes, send a personalized connection note is very important to communicate with them related to common interest. Yes, very good. So how we are going to engage is, see, I have spoken about building your brand on LinkedIn. Now, how do you do that? It won't happen overnight, but it has to start. So the best way, before you start sending connection requests, or before you start engaging with these target people, what you need to do is have, like, some relevance, have something on your profile which will actually make them like you. Because if you have nothing on your profile, no activity, what recruiters, when they try to, if they think that they want to call you for an interview, they will go to your LinkedIn profile and they will see you what have you done. And in their activity section, if they see that you haven't really participated, or haven't really engaged or done and communicated with your connections, then they will know that you're not using this platform properly, and you probably are not so social. So we need to learn how to do that. So the first and foremost, what you need to do is start posting articles on LinkedIn. Now, when I say that, maybe it's easy for me because I do it every day, but it might be difficult for you. So how do you start? It is very, daunting when it comes to putting something up, because you don't know exactly what to put. So, you don't have to, create content. There's a lot of content available on the internet. Now, whatever industry is, like say marketing, or you want to become a digital marketer, or you want to become a content writer, or you want to become an advertiser, So go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go to the internet, whatever you think is something which catches your eye, like anything you've read, any company which is done well, or anything, whatever catches your eye, just pick that up and say, today I read this and I would like to share it with my connections. It's as simple as that. So this is the first thing which you do, is start putting up post, because that is when you get traction on your profile, and that is when you will attract a lot of your industry people to send you connection request. And say if you're finding that difficult, what you can do is you can start by commenting on others' post. Now, how do you choose who to comment on? You do not comment on random people. It'll be no benefit. What you do is you have to make a target list of people you want to connect with, and those are basically recruiters, department heads of companies you want to get in. So follow them, follow their activities, and see what they are putting up. So now whatever they put up, any post they put up, you have to comment on that. Now what do you comment? You don't comment great job, amazing article. This never helps, because that will never catch their eye, that will never catch their attention, they will never notice you. What you need to do is, whenever they put up a post, try to find something to add on to it. Like you can probably research and add on something and sound very intellectual. Or if you have nothing to add, what you can do is appreciate them in such a way by giving them specifics. You do not say great job, wonderful article, just 2 words. You write like at least 3 lines about how you felt about the post. That is when you will. So the whole idea to comment, the whole reason to do it, for them to reply to that comment, that should be your goal. Because only when they do that, you're going to make a connection and you can send a connection request to them. So your whole goal should be on engagement. It's going to take time, it might be sounding very, I don't know, maybe difficult, or maybe it's stupid, but that's how it works. You have to, you can initially can just copy paste from the internet whatever if you don't understand the content so well, or if you don't know what to do. But this is the only way in which you can connect with these people. Now when you think you've adequately commented and started posting up things on your page, now it's a good time when you start sending connection requests to people you want to connect with. Now when you're sending a connection request, always send the invitation note, because when you're sending connection request just like that, nobody will accept it, because nobody cares about you. So you need to send it with an invitation note. Now the question is that how do we know what to send? Like we don't know, we just can't understand. So again, there are certain tricks which I generally help my clients with. So you again have to really research on them, which by that I do not mean you keep you don't stalk them, but just see on their LinkedIn profile what they're doing, their activity on Facebook if you can, or LinkedIn or Twitter, wherever you can find them socially. You find them and see their activities and try to find commonalities, try to find something with which you can pick up a conversation. A few examples would be, you can appreciate them for the way they've made their profile, or the way they put up post, or something specific about a post which you think you can use. If not, you can ask for help, which is not a job. You cannot ask for jobs at all, so that's out of the question. But something like something about how they made a profile, or something about a post which they've done, which they've put up, and you want more help about on getting information. So that's a very genuine way of sending a connection request. Or you can find common in people that I know, some common links you can find, or a common school you've attended, or say whatever common things you can find, or something interesting. You can also sometimes offer them help. Say if you find something which is lacking in their profile, or if you want to add something to their post, or differ but not offending them in any way, then you can use these tricks to send them connection request. And once you send them the connection request, and let's hope that they've accepted it, it doesn't stop there. You have to make conversations with them. Now these conversations has to be related to the invitation note that you send, and from there you keep taking it on to another level by asking more about them, like be inquisitive and ask them about what they are doing, how about their work, about their job. And that is when you should hope and try to sway it in a way that it comes to talking about work, and where you can slip it in that what you are doing. Again, do not ask for a job at all. Just talk about what you're doing, that you're open to opportunities, and also talk about the skills you have, the qualifications you have, and the background you have. You don't do it in one go. You have to strategically keep placing these in your conversations. And once all of these happens, then you can very subtly ask them that if something comes up, they can let them know. But again, do not ask for a job. It's not polite, and it's not something it will be entertained. So we should not be doing that. So this is how basically you get referred. If I've answered your question, this was by Harsh. You make connection request, you make engagement, you network, and then hope that you will be referred after having to show your skills, after giving them enough content about you. This is how you do it. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, but this is how you're supposed to do it. Another important thing you can do about engaging is keep giving updates about what you're doing in your workspace. Like, if you've learned a certification, enrolled for a certification, or if you've learned something new, or you're trying something new, keep giving updates to your connections about this. This is a very good way of telling your connections and recruiters that you are learning, you are growing in your in your work, in your professional space. And also, you should be using the LinkedIn feature which they have right now. If you've seen that LinkedIn has this option of letting your connections know that you're open to work. So it's a feature which you can add on your profile. So you should be doing that and updating your connections about it. I think I am done here with the basic about how to engage and connect. And I'm sure you all have a lot of questions now. So let's take them and see how much can we get out of it. So let's have questions.
Yeah, Suchi, I would like to start first of all. So meanwhile, everyone is thinking for their own questions. I want to also, talk about something that has changed pre-COVID and, in current times, because I understand that companies are still hiring and hiring is going on basically. But, we see tons of posts every day on LinkedIn. Someone is asking for a job, someone is being laid off. So is there a way to get out of this trap? Because COVID is not going back anytime soon, but we have to move forward in life. So any tips over that scenario?
So thing is, see, it is unfortunate. It is happening that companies are laying off. There are offer letters which is being revoked. So the only thing what we can do right now is stay positive and keep. So we should be using this time to upskill ourselves. That is the only way in which we can get out of this. Because see, the job, I'm going to be honest here, the job scenario is pretty bad here because companies are scared. There's a lot of overhead costs which they are incurring. So job scenario is bad. So what you can do to overcome this is by upskilling yourself. Because if you keep upskilling yourself, you have you open more avenues for yourself. So that is what you should be doing. Yeah. And also, right now, since the job market is pretty bad and it's quite sluggish, people should look at freelance projects. Because what happens, it's pretty flexible. It's not time bound. You don't have to do it for like 6 months or 1 year. You can do it for like 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. So there are a lot of these websites like Freelance India. There's Upwork. There is a lot of these other websites. So you should go on them and see if you can get freelancing work from there. Also on LinkedIn, you should put up a post saying that you're open to freelance work, and try to the way I've asked, like I've how showed how you can network. You also talk about how you can get freelancing work and ask your connections freelancing work.
Understood. And again, we can utilize this freelancing work to engage with recruiters as well.
Exactly. So you utilize this time basically to keep doing something and not just searching for jobs, because everybody is the same plight as us. So there is no escaping by saying I was stuck in COVID time, because we all are stuck in COVID times. So what we need to make the best of this time, what we have right now.
Exactly. Very well answered, Suchi. So do we have any other questions? Yes, we have a question from Aditya.
Consultancies. There are actually lots, on LinkedIn. Just type in HR consultancies, you'll get a list. Like there are so many. I don't formally endorse anybody, so I will not be naming anybody. But just go to LinkedIn. You will be able to find lots. How to manage if we get to link with many connections? So are you asking about the time management? How to manage if we get to link with many connections? So if you get to link with many connections, prioritize, who is more important to talk to immediately, and then you keep talking to them. If say you have 2-3 people from 2-3 companies, see who's at your priority and then you can talk to them. Is it worth applying for jobs asking for 4-5 years of? Is it worth applying to jobs? See, there is no harm in applying, because what happens is that they have these pre-filled job descriptions, and sometimes it's not even like it may be like that 4-5 years is 7-8 years, or maybe it's 1 or 2 years. So there's no harm in applying to them and reach the interview call, reach the place where you have to negotiate with the HR, and then decide if you want to take the job or not. Applying or giving the interview doesn't cost anything, so don't stop there. When it's the best time to post our content on LinkedIn? So it depends on the kind of connections you have. You have to keep seeing what works best for you. But generally, it depends on the type of industry and the connections you have. So generally, people I'm just talking about generally, people look at their LinkedIn when in their free time. So say lunchtime is good, or say night time, when they're back from office is good, or say 5ish when people are a little tired from work, that's good. But again, it depends a lot on your industry and who your connections are. So the best is trial and error. Put up a post and see the traction. It gives you the stats as to how many people viewed it, so that will give you a good estimation. So put at different times. Take a week to put it at different times and see what works best for you. What's the best approach to indirectly ask for a referral job from connections? Like I told you, you just slip in that you are looking for an opportunity, and you talk about the specific job role you are looking for, and then talk about your skills. And you can just, if you have a good connection, if you have put in a lot of time and that person is like almost a friend or a good acquaintance, then you can just say that if you have somebody who can refer me, I would really appreciate the help. And you can always bribe them by saying that I can help you in any way. And try to find also, yes, I did not mention this earlier, whenever you are trying to connect with somebody in a way that you want a referral, try to help them in whatever way possible, because that really works. So whatever help you either ask them, not directly that let's do a barter system, but try to know if they are stuck with something and try to help them, because if you do, they'll be obliged to return the favor. So helping people always is a very good way to start, so you should do that. Any other questions, like, whatever you have in mind?
So yeah, Suchi, meanwhile people are thinking of more the questions, I would just like to tell everyone that this session is followed by a giveaway. So in which we are actually giving away three important things. That is one, a well-drafted resume template. Second one is that we have actually curated a list of GDPR questions that is being asked in top-notch companies from now on. And I've personally connected with people from Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, tons of engineers, PMs, and designers, and I've curated a list of all the questions that has been asked previously in their GDPI HR rounds, because that is something that is generic for everyone. So we'll be rolling out that as well. Apart from that, we are also rolling out certificates for participation into this help card session. So guys, for that, I will be sharing something in the chat section. So there are few, what do we say, few things to make us understand that yes, you are following the giveaway portion as well. So that is very basic, simple. All you have to do is to just tell us one important thing, the one thing which you like the most in today's session. All you have to do is to make a LinkedIn post out of that and tag me and Suchi as well in the post, so that we get to know, okay, like you got to learn this particular thing, and then we will do the giveaway formalities. So I'm pinging exactly what is required for this giveaway in the chat section. You can just copy paste this message and paste it on local machine of yours, and yeah, we are good to go. And it's a well curated list that is being documented over years by different people.
It's also a good way to start,
Apart,
putting up a post, so you can start and see how it works.
correct. And even one thing, when I started posting on LinkedIn, tagging people that is that aligns with your profession actually helps
Of course,
better,
it really works.
because if they like your particular post, then it goes in their network as well.
Exactly.
So that is the beauty of LinkedIn. Apart from that, guys, this help card is a small initiative that I've started a few months before. And just like we have Suchi today, we have done a session previously as well, in which we actually bring in people from different domains to just talk to you about, to ask your personal queries and discuss a lot of things. So for that, I'm also, dropping in links to our social handles. So just in case if you would like to visit any of our handles, or you can personally connect with me or Suchi as well on things. Sorry, Suchi, I cannot hear you.
It's a great initiative which you've taken. Like, we want such people like you who are, making up these events and, putting up these pages, so that, a lot of people can come in and learn, and, just sitting at our homes, we can learn so much. It's such a great initiative.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Also, guys, we are also having two communities. One is for software engineering and data science. Another one is for, all these jobs related to digital marketing, product management, and product design. So if you would like to, join these communities, we share jobs, we share good reads on these particular platforms. So just drop a text to me on LinkedIn. I will share the link with you to join the communities, and you are feel free to join in and drop a hi there as well. Not an issue. Okay, I guess, Suchi, we are done with the list of questions we have for the day.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. And it's an honor to be, discussing a lot of things with you, and it has helped personally me a lot. So thanks a lot for coming in today. Anything you would like to share?
Thank you, Sanchit, and the audience here for, being a part of this. It's always lovely to, share information and tell you guys about, where you could have gone wrong and what you can improve. And if there is anything which you guys would like me to solve personally, you can, drop me a text on LinkedIn, and I can, solve your queries. I would love to have, also a feedback about how this session was, and in case if you want more of these, Sanchit and I can work this out together again. So let us know how you feel. Let us know, give us a feedback, and we'll be happy to meet you guys again.
Awesome. Okay then, Suchi, nice talking to you. Hopefully I'll revolve the feedback form, and hopefully we'll connect again.
Yes, of course.
Okay then, bye bye. Have a good day.
Bye everybody. Bye bye.